Sorry, you know, anything is possible in politics. So when Napoleon Bonaparte, you remember him, the French general, and the so-called first Antichrist, he said, quote, "In politics, stupidity is not a handicap," end quote. He meant to say that politicians needed some cunning to be considered clever and well-meaning. Now, a former Minister of State for Education, Chukuemeka Nwajiuba, went to the Court of Appeal in Abuja as an interested party to challenge the nomination of Senator Bola Tinubu as the presidential candidate of the ruling All Progressives Party Congress, APC. Of course, the three-man panel of the appellate court dismissed the petition as frivolous. The justices told Nwajiuba's counsel that he would have been punished and derobed if he had failed to withdraw the motion. Are you surprised?
What actually happened? See, Emeka Nwajiuba, honestly, I don't know what his problem is. This is someone who contested during the primaries. He stayed away on the night, with defeat staring him in the face. He stayed away on the night and managed to score.
He meant to
he managed to score 1 vote.
Wow.
Just 1 vote. That's to underline how unpopular he is. Even his colleagues in the cabinet, they didn't think that he deserved their vote. 1 vote. Now, he sued. After that, he challenged Asiwaju Bola Tinubu's emergence. He lost 2 cases right up to the Supreme Court. Rather than simply withdraw into his cocoon, his lawyer went to, there was a case filed by an NGO called the Kingdom Human Rights Foundation International. They challenged Asiwaju Bola Tinubu's nomination, arguing that he did not explain how he got the money with which he bought the
ticket.
No, the nomination form.
Okay.
Amongst others.
Nomination form, yeah.
Okay. The Electoral Act and the Constitution are both clear about who can challenge a nomination. You are not an aspirant. You are not an aspirant. You can't go and file.
You are not an interested party.
You are not an aspirant. You know, a contest took place.
Yeah.
You have to show that by the way you emerged, you as a contestant had been wronged. You understand? You get the point?
Or injured.
The way, maybe, for example, if we contested the election, you and I, I can say that the organizers robbed me and to ensure that you emerged.
That's it.
So that way, I have the local standard to challenge your emergence. Now, an NGO, what is the business of an NGO in the internal affairs of a political party? That is why the case was dismissed at the level of the High Court. Because people think that they can just file, they can file any kind of action, you know, just like that. You have to look at the matter of jurisdiction. Which or local standard. Yes.
Jurisdiction
do you have the local standard to file that motion? If you do not have it, you have wasted your time. So in this case, the NGO lost because they have no right to get involved in the internal matters of a political party. And they were not aspirants in the contest where Asiwaju emerged. Their matter was dismissed at the level of the High Court. They didn't bother to appeal. Nwajiuba's lawyer now woke up 3 months later. Ideally, by the law, you are supposed to appeal within 14 days. You didn't appeal within 14 days. You woke up 3 months later to say that you wanted leave to file a motion
That's it.
of appeal. file a motion over which matter. It is not your whole matter. You didn't bring up this matter. You are not an interested party. You have to show how a matter that has been decided, a matter that is statute bad, is a pre-election matter.
Yeah.
You have to show what really is your own interest. So where a case is filed out of time, no court will entertain it.
That's it.
In this case, the court said, what is the meaning of this? You have lost 2 cases right up to Supreme Court. Now, a matter that you are not directly involved, you are not a member of the NGO, that their case was dismissed. You are now the one. The NGO didn't appeal. You see busybody at work. NGO didn't appeal. Immediately they lost, they recoiled into their shell with tails in between legs. It's you who then felt, okay, let me write to the appeal court and see whether I can appeal. It was an attempt to waste the time of the court. Very annoying.
Of course.
Very annoying, and that was why, you know what, in open court, the judges condemned the conduct of the counsel.
Yeah.
And he had 2 options: to withdraw that matter with immediate effect, or wait for them to do their ruling.
Yeah.
In their ruling, they will have recommended punishment.
Derobing.
So I think some people talked into his ears, and common sense took over.
Yeah.
He then decided to withdraw the matter.
Oh, okay.
What is Nwajiuba looking for? That is the question to ask. After 2 losses at Supreme Court.
No, it's all right. We are here to discuss it. So, but let's go on a break. Welcome back. Welcome back. We're still dealing with the story involving a former Minister of State for Education, Mr. Nwajiuba. Today, you know, some lawyers must help us, because some judges, some justices will not suffer any fools gladly. You remember, telling the lawyer what he should have done, to me, is like sending him back to school.
Well, I think the judges, they were unnecessarily lenient on the lawyer. Because when you know the position of the law, you know that what you are filing is wrong, it's statute bar. Why should you do it? It was a deliberate attempt to waste the time of the court and to distract attention. And finally, I just believe that the plaintiff himself, wanted Nigerians to hear his name. He's an attention seeker. Because somebody scored 1, and the delegate that we have about 3,000 delegates, you scored 1 vote, which means probably you voted for yourself. None of the 53 members
did not even go.
Of the ESCO, Federal ESCO, voted for you. So what it means is that the man is just...
All the delegates from his states.
He did not vote for you. He's an attention seeker.
And for that matter, why didn't you strike immediately after Asiwaju got the ticket?
And because he went to sleep, he thought maybe this is the time for him to negotiate.
This one, he sued after Asiwaju.
Okay.
His own cases were decided.
That's it.
Lost. Now, those other people too had their own separate case. He lost 2 cases up to Supreme Court. The other people had their own separate case.
Yeah.
Now, having exhausted every means of stopping Asiwaju, he now decided that, okay, some people lost at the High Court the other day. Let me see whether I can use their case to file appeal. It's not your own case.
Of course, his defense counsel would have told him it is possible.
Of course,
because
lawyers want to make
money. I tell people, they were trained to treat law. If you pray for your father, who is the lawyer, that he won't get case, then hunger is coming.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
Well,
lawyers don't know the extent to which they can push their law.
I think that the profession has to begin
be sanitized.
Descend on lawyers who file frivolous petitions and all that. It has to, because some of these things, just unnecessary waste of time. Okay, look, there's another case that is on now. Some people have stood trying to stop
Abuja from Abuja. They call themselves Abuja citizens.
I'm not.
When you look at the number of lawyers, all the lawyers, it's unfortunate that we want to mention this one. We see where they come from, especially the caliber of lawyers. And all those people who filed the suit, you know where they come from.
The
Then
thing is,
begin to
you know
see whether
where I'm even going. Eh? Where I'm going, it is clear that as an individual, you can't go and challenge the outcome of an election. You did not contest. It is the people who contested in an election that can file a petition, that can contest the election. So who are you to go to say, okay, just 5 of you, you want to go and challenge how somebody emerged? Were you a contestant in the election? Those are the people they call interlopers. You are not a contestant. It is the people who contested in the election who can challenge the person who has emerged. I can't get up today now and say I'm going to Abuja to sue Asiwaju for after I won the election. Am I Peter Obi, who came third, but thinks he was the one who won?
He was one.
Am I Atiku Abubakar, who came second, and thinks that, okay, after all these years of becoming a perennial contestant, that this one, he won? You have to have locus. You have to have a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, this this busybody attitude of Nigeria is what I don't understand. You even read the law, read what the law says. You can't file that matter as an individual. Otherwise, okay, you are just, you voted in the election, just like other people voted.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's permitted for every one of us to be able to sue somebody
There will be no room in court.
The court will not even find where to sit.
There will be no room.
Every day we will line up that we are going to court. You have to be a contestant. That's why in the tribunal now, it is the people who contested.
Yeah, who are there?
That are in the tribunal. It's the Peter Obis, the
Atikus. And
those are people who are there.
seeking redress.
It is not Citizen Jones. It is not
Tunde Abato.
It did not contest. Maybe it's own time to contest will come. It did not contest.
You know, collect nomination form.
This thing reminds me of a statement. It's a statement many years ago. I was told that at school you are taught a lesson and given a test after. But in life you are first given the test from where you learn the lesson. Is anybody learning lessons here?
I don't even know.
I don't know.
I don't know. It is in this country that Anambra matter, was filed somewhere in Jigawa State.
Oh, yeah, okay, yes.
So now tell me, the lawyer who went to file a matter in Birnin Kudu,
didn't he know?
Did he not know that the court in Birnin Kudu does not have decision?
So, to hear the matter.
But at the end of the day, the litigant will pay. MAGA don't pay. The MAGA will pay. That is the thing.
And so boys go chop.
Everyone's chop. The boys, the politician is the MAGA now. Don't pay, shout hallelujah. So MAGA is the politician. He keeps shelling out money. The lawyer, his own business is to simply collect the money.
Collect the brief and go.
Yes. Whether he loses or not, that's not his business.
Money as their season of making money.
Okay. As is, we don't opinionate here. We allow, the court has done its job. So
we just tell the truth.
That's all. Nothing more.
Truth and opinion, that is
the
problem.
Of course, yeah.
It is the truth.